Hi lovelies, Delphine here. I'm very passionate about the faith. My heartfelt desire is to see everyone at peace with one another, living life to the fullest. Isn't that possible? Come on, it is possible. Alright, you're welcome to my very first video for the year. So, a number of things I want to talk to you about. First off, the Pope's final general audience for the year 2025. You know, the Pope usually holds his general audiences on Wednesdays. So he had this on the eve of New Year, and he spoke about entrusting everything to God. Yeah, and he also talked about blasphemy and other things. So I just want to draw your attention to some things that Pope Leo XIV talked about in his final general audience for the year 2025. He did call on the faithful to entrust the passage of the old year to a new year entirely to God. And I hope you did that. Were you able to attend Mass? Were you able to, that passage? Did you do it with God? Yeah, were you able to be in the presence of God? Did you attend the Vigil Mass? Did you? And how was it? So I hope you had the time to do that. Reflecting on 2025, Pope Leo XIV, he noted that the year was actually laced with moments of joy, and then there were some sad moments, moments of joy, like the year of hope. We had pilgrimages, a lot of the faithful visited the holy city, they went through the holy doors. It was amazing. And then there were some really painful incidents. For instance, the ongoing war, Christian persecution, the passing of our late pontiff, Pope Francis. And now Pope Leo XIV also urged believers to gather both joys and sufferings before God, giving thanks and seeking forgiveness. Pope Leo highlighted the Te Deum prayer. The Pope also invited Christians to examine their consciences. Examine your conscience and also recommit to the grace of God. Pope Leo also described life as a journey of eternal communion with God. A journey of eternal communion with God. That's actually deep. What do you think that means to you? A journey of eternal communion. First of all, we need to understand what communion means. What does communion mean to you as a Catholic, as a Christian? Communion is very significant to Christianity. It's not just only the Eucharist. Communion could be fellowship. So we have this eternal communion with God. So what does that mean to you? A journey of eternal communion with God. That is life. So, like I said, fellowship. So it's like having a deep relationship, an eternal, an everlasting relationship. If you view life from that angle, this just came to me. If you view life from that angle as a journey of eternal communion with God, you don't need to go to heaven to experience that gloriousness. You start experiencing it right here on earth, So I'm so grateful to Pope Leo for this wonderful phrase he dropped. A journey of eternal communion with God. It's resounding. It's, you continue having that fellowship, that relationship with God. It's beautiful. All right.